So Dark Side of Orange is our new triple IPA. We're doing some things with this beer we've never done before. It's a typical triple IPA in the sense that it's going to be big, it's going to be boozy, it has that sweetness, that little alcohol warmth. But we wanted to make sure, because it is such a big beer, that it has the depth and complexity in the hop character to carry you all the way through all of these big flavors. So things we know about hops, dry hopping. Hops have all of these compounds. You've got your geraniol, linalool, you've got isoamyl isobutyrate, isobutyl isobutyrate, 2-methylbutyl isobutyrate, and all of these things will go from the hops into the beer, but not all of them survive into the finished beer. So Yakima Chief Hops are a distributor of hops. They've done a lot of research and development in the last few years over what actually goes from the hops into the beer. They have this whole survivable compounds chart. So now we know what makes it, and get really nerdy, what makes it from the hops into the final beer. And we also know what doesn't. And now we also know all about this biotransformation. So all of these hop-derived compounds, your monoterpene alcohols, your polyfunctional thiols, they undergo a process called biotransformation. It's basically the yeast metabolizing these hop-derived compounds and turning them into something else that also smells really good in the beer. So to capture all of this, we've dry hopped this beer 2 times at 2 different stages. So we're doing an active fermentation dry hop. So this is warmer temperatures when the yeast is still really active. So we're harnessing that biotransformation capability. And we're also dry hopping it a little bit later. Once the fermentation has finished, the yeast has kind of calmed down, we're removing it, and the temperature is a little bit colder. So we really want to massively dry hop this thing to get crazy big aromas, but we don't want crazy bitterness. In the active fermentation dry hop with the high temperatures, you get a little more bitterness. So when we wait until fermentation is complete, we get still a lot of aroma compounds, but none of the bitterness. So we get kind of a range. And in both this active dry hop and post-fermentation dry hop, we have a variety of hops as well. We're using HBC 630, which is experimental variety from YCH that's known for really red berry-like aromas. You've got cherry, raspberry. It also has a creamy quality, they say. Lactones to give it kind of more of like a juicy candy berry fruit. We've got Citra, we've got Mosaic, and we're also using Cryopop, which is also interesting. The Cryopop is another thing to come from YCH's research into these survivable compounds. So they've basically made a supercharged blend of hop varieties that has all of the compounds you want to both stay in the beer and also be biotransformed into other things. So we don't know what it is. It's a proprietary blend from Yakima Chief, but we have that in both the active and the later dry hop to get just this full range. In the active, you're gonna get really stone fruit, peach, pineapple, almost daiquiri-like, really tropical mango, more of these warm, ripe flavors. And in the later dry hop, you get the kind of brighter, fresher notes. So that's more pineapple, maybe sweet grass, pine, grapefruit, zesty kind of things. So hopefully you feel all of that in Dark Side of Orange.